John. Right, so good evening, everyone. Thanks for taking the time to be here tonight. So this is going to be an introduction to the advanced course, which we're running with ActivTrades and Keyzone traders. It's going to be, there's nothing going to be too intense today. It's just going to be an introduction to the course. We're going to talk about why traders fail, what the right approach should be, and then we're going to give an outline of the course that we're going to be going through over the next sort of 12 to 13 weeks. We'll probably have a couple of weeks break for Christmas in that, but generally speaking, it'll be for the next 12 to 13 weeks going through the course material. Just a quick show of hands, was anyone on the sort of foundational course that we ran earlier on in the year? Be nice to know if there was anyone that was on that that's come along to this one. Was there anyone on that foundational course? Okay, so no one coming in, so I presume maybe not. But so this is going to be, as I say, it's going to be a more advanced course. We're going to talk about a lot of more advanced things. We're actually going to start looking at like real strategy and price action and market behavior. Going to go into more detail around mindset and stuff like that as well. So it's going to be all encompassing. We'll go through the and outline the course later on. But yeah, just want to say thank you for taking the time to be with us. What we'll do is we'll go through the presentation. It will probably take about 30 to 40 minutes, something like that, and then we'll allow sort of 20 minutes for questions at the end. So feel free, if you have any questions as we're going through, to post them in either the questions channel or the chat channel. I can get them here, and if it's relevant and straight away, then we can go through we can answer it there. Otherwise, we can do a bit of a Q&A at the end to answer any questions that you have. A little bit about me. So if you wasn't at the beginners, the foundational course that we did earlier on in the year, you may not have heard of me. I was at the London Trader Show on Saturday as well, so hopefully a few of you may have met me there. But my name is Ross Maxwell. I am a full-time professional day trader and the founder of an online trading education company called Keyzone Traders. I have more than 20 years experience trading the financial markets. I started off my career when I left school in 2001 as an 18-year-old working in the city of London and Hong Kong. I was trading South African equity derivatives, which for those of you that don't know is like futures and options on the South African version. It's called the All Share Top 40, which is sort of their version of like the S&P 500 or the Dow Jones or the FTSE or the DAX. So I did that for more than a decade. The majority of the time of that time was spent in London. However, I did have a few years in Hong Kong as well before moving back to London in 2013 and then deciding to quit city life in 2014 to pursue a career as an independent day trader. I've been coaching and mentoring traders since 2017. I've worked with people right across the globe, from America, Canada, right the way through Europe, even down into sort of South Africa and over as far as sort of like Australia. So I founded Keyzone Traders in 2021 to really put my own stamp on trading education and what I believe education should be in regards to trading the financial markets. Which moves me on to sort of like my mission at Keyzone Traders, which is to create a community of like-minded traders. I want to create a community of traders and educate people and provide quality education and a path into trading whereby traders starting their journey don't have to commit vast sums of money to work out if trading is actually right for them and something that they want to pursue. I want to guide them on a responsible path, basically based on the solid understanding of the risks involved. Too many people come into trading without fully grasping the amount and the risks involved and how to manage that risk, which is why there are quite a few traders out there that end up failing. And also want to give realistic expectations of what is achievable and also provide that roadmap of how they can achieve it. I want to offer services to all levels of traders, from beginners to experienced, no matter whether they wish to trade part-time or make it a full-time income as well. So a really all-encompassing set of services and courses for all traders. I do have a free Discord channel. If any of you feel like you would like to come and join that, I'll post a link in the chat box now. It's completely free to come and join. I give out weekly market analysis, regular intraday analysis on oil. So I give out weekly market analysis on the S&P, Bitcoin, and dollar basket, as well as offering free educational videos, tips, blogs, those sorts of things. And one trade alert a week as well goes out on that Discord channel. So please do feel free to come and join me on there. Right, so the 90-90-90 rule. I'm sure most of you have heard of this this rule, which is to say that 90% of retail traders lose 90% of their capital within 90 days of starting to trade. Now, why is this? The main reason is most people are just gambling when they start out. They are uneducated in terms of trading. They don't have any real experience in trading, and therefore they don't have a plan, and they don't, as I said earlier on, they don't have a real understanding of the risk management techniques that are needed, or the understanding of the actual risks involved in the market. And therefore they don't have the appropriate skills to be able to take on the market and actually profit and be efficient in the market. So there is no job in the world that I certainly not one that I can think of that you'll be able to go in and start on day one and be highly successful. There's always going to be a learning curve with any profession that we do, and trading really is no different, and it does need to be respected, you know. So it does amaze me sometimes that traders think that they can just go into the market and be successful. It would be like, you know, me walking into any job, like, you know, if I wanted to be a carpenter, for example, it would be like me wanting to walk in, say I want to be a carpenter and say I'm going to pitch a roof, or I'm going to build a set of wardrobes or a cupboard or something like that from scratch on my first day, which it's just not, it's not realistic. So it's really important to respect trading, respect the markets, and make sure that we approach them in the right way. And that's really getting the proper education and a proper understanding of the risks involved, which is sort of what this course is going to be about. So we're really going to, as I say, we're going to go through what the course is going to entail, but it's really to give you the foundations, but then teach you how to read the markets, the right way to approach the trading journey, as well as then really going into the why the market behaves the way it does, and also offering the strategies to take advantage of those behaviors as well. So when people decide they want to learn to trade, most go about it in completely the wrong way. They have the wrong mindset, and again, this is why most retail traders actually fail. We do live in a society of instant gratification now, in the fact that if we want anything, if there is anything we want, we can get it pretty much straight away. We can do it at a click of a button. You know, you download movies, you can binge watch your favorite TV programs on Netflix, you know, music. You can get on Spotify, you can stream any of your music, you can order your favorite foods, you know, anything you can get at the click of a button. Like back when I was younger, you know, we had to, if you was watching a TV series, you had to wait a week for the next for your next episode. Now you just download it on Netflix and you watch the whole lot. So we live in this society of instant gratification, and unfortunately what then happens is everyone wants even sort of success, and they want to be good at everything now. They haven't got the patience to follow through and build those skills. And a lot of trading educators, or I generally refer to them more as social media influencers rather than trading educators, because a lot of them aren't even necessarily traders themselves. They just profess to be. And they what they do is they play to this ideology of instant gratification, promising this dream and selling this dream. They make it sound easy, and they make it sound like you can have all of these freedoms and financial rewards that go with trading, like in a very short space of time. But unfortunately, the truth is, and the reality of trading, that becoming consistently profitable, it does take hard work, time, and some dedication. Now, there's a saying that sort of says, you know, trading is simple, but it's not easy. And you know, once you've developed the skills, actually the trading is relatively simple in sort of the technical aspect of it, but actually getting to that point is not easy. It does take time, and it does take a time to build up those skill sets. Another saying is that, you know, there's two jobs as a trader. You need to develop a plan with a trading edge, and then you need to trade that plan. And again, it is that simple when it comes down to it. But, you know, developing the plan with the edge is probably the easy part of trading. Actually being dedicated and following that plan, as simple as it sounds, is actually the hardest part of trading. And we're going to cover a lot of how to create that and get yourselves following that plan and creating a mindset and stuff throughout the next sort of 12, 13 weeks. So trading is a profession that requires you to build the skill sets necessary to follow the right processes to be able to consistently make money from the markets. If you don't follow the correct processes, if you veer away from them at all, the very high probability is that you are going to cost yourself money. So it's really important that we build a discipline to be able to follow the processes and the plan that we put in place for our trading. So the reality of trading is that the returns that are promoted by these social media influencers are either made through irresponsible leveraging and trading, and therefore it's not going to be sustainable. It's not going to last the test of time. A lot of times that I see these irresponsible and sort of like inflated returns that are promoted online, if you actually go and speak to the person who made them, they're probably they're generally speaking not trading with like within a couple of months or 3 months later, because eventually, if you don't manage your risk, the markets will catch up with you and they will wipe you out. It's a very unforgiving arena in the financial markets. In fact, you know, if you want to go and gamble, then a casino is actually a much more forgiving place to go and be to place your money. But to really take on the markets and be long-term successful, you have to risk responsibly, and you have to give the markets the respect that they deserve. Another thing is that a lot of people that actually the traders who actually are making decent returns and show you they're making decent returns. The thing is, as well, is they show you the end goal. They show you where they are now. They don't show you their journey. They don't show you that, you know, 10, 15, 20 years earlier, they were in the same position as yourself. They were, you know, losing money, going through systems, building up the mentality and the mindset and stuff like that. They don't show you all the hard work that they had to put through to get there. Or they, you know, maybe they was lucky and they got funded by sort of like to boost them on that journey to be able to get the funding that they needed and get capitalized enough to be able to trade. Because again, one of the main issues for the majority of retail traders, they're undercapitalized, and therefore they go chasing the big money. So there are things that we can do to mitigate that and put ourselves in the right position. But again, we need to do it properly. We need to actually focus on the processes, and we need to focus on the education first to really become successful. So any questions at the moment, guys? Is this all okay? Like I say, I know this is fairly basic stuff at the moment. This is just the introduction to the course. We're going to go through in a minute exactly what we're going to be covering over the next sort of few weeks, as we're going to get into some really more technical stuff. It's going to be a mix of mindset. It's going to be a mix of risk. It's going to be a mix of like price action and charting, and then also strategy as well. But just checking, making sure that you're all okay at the moment and no questions so far. But we need to approach trading as an investment in ourselves. You know, we're investing in a skill set that we can take through life with us. It's no different to sort of going into university. You know, you pay your tuition fees to go through university to build a skill set, which will then be able to take you into society to get a job and a career, and this is really no different. You know, like trading is a very different career to others, and that's like, as I say, that's not to say that you necessarily want to take trading as a career, but it's still something, it's still a skill set that you need to develop, and therefore you need to educate yourself properly. Now, too many traders pay over the odds for expensive courses before they even know that trading is right for them as well. They fund a live account, they make mistakes, and they lose money that they have available for their trading endeavors even before they've allowed themselves the opportunity to be able to build skill sets that would require them to achieve their goals. So just to put what I mean by this is, like, if you've got, just as an example, £10,000 to invest in your trading journey, a lot of people, what they will do is, they'll go and spend a few £1,000s on a course, and they'll put £5,000 in a trading account. If they haven't got the skills to be able to trade that £5,000, they're going to lose that money, and therefore they've lost their whole investment in their trading career before they've even actually had a chance to make the money. Now, the better way to do it is focus on their education, focus on the process, build the processes. This can be done using smaller funded accounts and stuff like that, rather than investing their whole investment into their live trading accounts. Their journey, therefore, is over before it can even begin, and they've denied themselves the opportunities trading can have to offer. If you wish to become a barrister, I use a lot of analogies in my education, so you'll probably hear a lot of analogies and a lot of quotes and sayings and stuff like that over the next 12 to 13 weeks. But if you wish to become a barrister, it does take years of hard work and training. If you want to become an elite athlete, it's the same. A heart surgeon, it's the same. Like, you don't, if you want to become a heart surgeon, you don't just go and walk into theatre and start operating on live human beings. Like, that's not the way that you don't go into the critical moment of your job at the very beginning. It takes time. You go through university, you go through medical school, you go through various other things. You follow and shadow another surgeon, and then you get monitored and assessed yourself. Like, there's a whole roadmap that I have to go on to get to that critical point, to get to that elite level. So we need to take the time to build our skills and focus on the process of trading first. Only once we've mastered this can we then commit the hard-earned money to the markets, as that is when we are ready to compete with everything that we're up against, and you actually have that edge that you need to be able to trade. And once you've created that edge, as I said earlier on, all you need to do then is work on the mindset and the discipline to follow the plan and follow the edge. Okay, so you will need to educate yourself properly. You want to create a long-term plan for what you want to achieve from your trading journey. It's really important to be focused and know what you want to achieve from trading. As I said, whether that's to turn it into a full-time career, whether it's to supplement your income, supplement a pension, whatever it is, just to earn a few extra pounds a month, just to sort of like pay for some luxuries or something. Whatever your idea and plan is for trading, it's really important to have that clear in your mind when you set out. And then once you've got that clear in your mind, you want to set out a series of smaller goals to get you on the road to achieving your bigger targets. And again, and that coming back to another saying that I really like, it's from an MMA artist. He actually it's I think it's probably from I've heard it a few times, but I picked it up when I read his book. It was, if you want to climb a mountain, you focus on the next 10,000 steps. You don't focus on the peak of the mountain, because that goal is so far away, it seems like insurmountable. But if you focus on the next 10,000 steps and get into the first camp, and then once you get there, you focus on getting to the next camp, and then once you get there, you focus on getting to the next camp, all of a sudden, over a period of time, you just set a series of smaller goals, and then eventually you look up and you're one camp away from the top of the mountain, and you've achieved that goal. Whereas if you get to that first camp and you look up and you think, and that's your next goal, it seems so far away. So it's really important to break down. Once you've got the long-term plan, break it down into smaller goals to achieve that bigger target. Now, simulators can help build some of the foundational skills you need to help when you start trading live funds. But and there are a lot of professions that use simulators for training, like pilots use trading simulators. You just to put it into perspective, somebody wants to be a pilot, they don't just jump in a in a sort of like a Boeing and fly 500 people across the Atlantic. Like it's, you know, you have to go through simulators, you go through training, you shadow, you become sort of like like an assistant. You know, there's such a range of things you have to go through before you actually get to fly the plane and be a pilot yourself. So, however, that said, it is very, very true that some of the skills that you need to be successful can only be built in trading a live environment where your own money is on the line as well. But we still need to have the foundational skills in place. Now, again, I'll talk a little bit about a question that I once got asked, which was, you know, how I felt, like how I transitioned from, you know, trading in the city to trading my own funds, and the mindset shift that happened there. Now, when I worked in the city, it would not be uncommon to get, you know, trades worth tens to hundreds of millions of dollars worth in value, like on a very, very regular basis. Like $10 million was like almost like the smallest size trade in terms of value that you would do. Now, I can tell you for sure that when I left the city and I worked for myself, that first trade that I put on, which I can tell you was like, it certainly wasn't in the it wasn't even in the thousands. You know, it was a much smaller amount of money. That alone was a much more emotional experience than trading in the city with other people's money. You know, so it's, as I say, those sorts of skill sets, that emotional intelligence, those mindset and emotional skills can only be built from trading in a live environment. But we can do that in a responsible manner. It's really important to do that in a responsible way, and it's important to have the foundational skills in place before we trade live as well. Right, okay, so now we're going to move on to what the course is and how you can access it, and then we're going to go through an outline of exactly what we're going to cover each week as well. So as I've mentioned, it's a 13-week course. It's going to be 13 modules, and it's going to give you all the tools that you need to be a profitable trader. It's going to be accessible for free to all ActivTrades clients with a funded trading account. So hopefully the majority of you here have already clients of ActivTrades, and if you have a live funded trading account as well with them, this will be accessible for you. If not, you know, it's quite you can set your account up, and it will you'll get the links to the webinars going forward. Each session is going to be an hour long. You know, we might run over a little bit, we might come up short a little bit, but generally speaking, we're going to be aiming for about an hour. And the aim will be to have the main core content of the session to be about 40 minutes long, which will then allow sort of 15 to 20 minutes for questions as well. And hopefully, you know, as we're getting into some really more in-depth stuff, there'll be plenty of questions. I guess just to put on that, like you know, the way that I look at trading, I try and simplify it as much as possible. So we're not going to be getting into, like, you know, really complex, complicated trading systems or anything like that. I like to keep the education. You know, I don't have loads of fancy indicators. I try and keep trading as simple as possible, and it really is going to teach you an advanced way of simplifying trading to be able to take advantage of the markets, as to not overcomplicate the process, which a lot of people do, which again is another reason that a lot of traders actually fail, because they overcomplicate the process, and it's almost like that analysis paralysis sort of thing. So although this one's on a Tuesday, obviously tonight's a Tuesday, the sessions are going to be run every Thursday from the 2nd of November. So that's next Thursday will be the first one, not this Thursday coming, not the Thursday of this week. It'll be next Thursday, the 2nd of November, and all of them will be at 6 p.m. And as I say, they'll be for about an hour each time. So we're going to cover everything you need to become a profitable trader. We're going to be talking about the importance of risk management, and we're going to teach you how to do it successfully. We're going to even talk about some things that we can do, some techniques that we can put in place to mitigate risk, when we should be looking to reduce risk and mitigate risk as well. We're going to talk about the mindset. We're going to talk about how to develop the mindset to be consistent and profitable trader. We're going to actually offer actionable techniques. We're going to talk about the emotions that people come across, the mindset issues that people come up against, and I've come up against all sorts of this. One of the things that's really helped me as a coach and mentor and grow myself as a trader is working as a coach and mentor and coming and working with traders to help them overcome their obstacles and their blocks, because everyone's different, everyone's challenges are unique to them. So to be able to work with different issues and different problems and help overcome them has really helped me in my trading journey, both as an individual trader and also as a coach. So we're going to be looking at how to develop that and offer some actionable techniques that you can put in place, take away and put in place to help overcome any mindset and discipline and patience and those sorts of obstacles and blocks that you have holding you back at the moment. We're going to teach you how to read price action in a very simplified way as well. Now, a lot of people overcomplicate this process. We talk about channels, ranges, trend lines, pennants, triangles, flags, all of these sorts of different things. But we're going to talk about how to simplify this, how to read price action, how to know which side of the order flow is dominant at any one particular time. We're going to talk about why, not just show you like how the market behaves, but why the market behaves the way it does. How to learn, how to identify when support should now be considered resistance and resistance should now be considered support. When patterns have been disrupted, we're going to be talking about, you may have heard of like stop hunting. So when the market moves into areas where their stops are, where you've got your stop in a place and the market comes, you get stopped out only for the market to reverse and go in the same direction that you expected it to. All of this is basically creating market function, and it's all easily identifiable in the charts because it's repeated, like they're repeated behaviors. So we're going to tell you why this happens, how to identify when it's happening, and then obviously we're going to help you develop the strategies to be able to take advantage of the opportunities that market has to offer. So we will teach you a strategy to put in place to identify once that stop hunt has happened, so that you actually profit from it rather than fall victim and get stopped out from it. Okay, so week one is this. This is week one. This is the introduction to the advanced course. Obviously, we're covering what the course is going to entail, and then also the approach that you need to be successful as a trader. Next week, we're going to be looking at risk and risk management techniques. Now, I don't know if any of you were at the London Trader Show on Saturday or managed to watch my my talk there, but risk for me is like one of the first pillars of trading. It's like one of the, if not the most vital aspect of trading. So we're going to be covering how much you should be risking depending on your style of trading, as well as offer a variety of risk management techniques that can be applied during the trade once you're actually in it. And we're also going to teach you where to place your stops and targets. As I say, it's if you can learn to manage your risk, then your account is generally speaking protected at all times, even if you're going to go through a drawdown period. And this is going to say, like, if you learn to manage your risk, you're not going to eliminate and eradicate losses. Losses are a part and parcel of trading. You are going to go through a drawdown period in trading, but if you learn to manage your risk, those drawdown periods will not decimate your account. They will not blow up your account. They will not define you as a trader, because you will always be protected, even through those drawdown periods, and still be in control. Week 3, we're going to talk about leveraging goals and compounding, how to identify your end goals and then break them down into those smaller, more achievable goals, and then also looking at what realistically can be achieved with the resources you have available and the options that are open to you. Now, this is going to be completely unique to individuals. This is going to be a goal setting thing, when we can provide some resources for you to take away to go and look and identify these yourselves in terms of your own individual like circumstances, because as I say, everyone comes from a different starting point, everyone has different end goals, everyone has different you know, ideas of what they want to achieve from trading. So we'll provide you with the details and also the resources to be able to create this plan for yourself as well. Week 4 is going to be market communications. So this is like, the market is always communicating something to us. So we want to be able to start understanding the messages that it's giving to us. And then from there, we can work out when and where we should be trading, as well as what strategies we should be implementing. So we're going to talk about how we establish our bias, how we establish which side of the market we want to be on. We're going to talk about acceptance, and we're going to talk about disruption. Now, acceptance is working out when support turns resistance, resistance turns support, etc., etc. Or maybe it's just a case of, you know, how to identify and place a stop in the market using those sorts of strategies. Okay, so week 5, we're going to talk about impulsive and corrective price action and time frame correlation. We're going to learn to identify the phase of the market, the phase of the market that the market is in, and with a very simple process, so you can know which side of the market you should always be trading with, and also learn how to stay with the higher time frame context without creating analysis paralysis. So again, sometimes people look at too many charts. We're going to look at the higher time frames. So we're going to look at tying some time frames in to create an easier way of identifying trading opportunities without like paralyzing our analysis and our decision making in trading. Week 6, we're going to look at establishing support and resistance. Now, this is like one of the key aspects that I base my own trading around. I look at trading in terms of zones, because that's like zones of liquidity. That's why I call myself key zone traders. Going to look at this, how to identify it. We're going to look at how to manage your trades, learn how to identify where the smart money is, and therefore you can then identify not just the areas in market support and resistance, but learn how to decipher which ones will provide the best trade locations, and also which ones you want to be managing and targeting your trades from. Week 7, we're going to start getting into the emotional and mindset side of things. Mindset is a huge obstacle in trading, and we need to work on this alongside understanding the technical side of trading as well. So we're going to talk very much about in that one, we're going to talk about the emotional issues that people face. We're then going to, in week 8, take that a step further and offer you those practical techniques to improve your mindset. So we're going to talk about practical techniques that you can take away, put in place to help improve your own mindset, tailoring it to the specific issues that you face yourself. This will help you improve your trading performance. And we're also going to talk about the science behind the emotional issues that traders face and why it works, so that it's again comes down to education. If we understand why something's happening, and how the practical techniques can help that, then we're much more likely to stay disciplined and stick with it to actually improve that side of things. Okay, and in week 9, we're going to talk about market function and liquidity grabbers. These are those stop hunters, how to identify market traps, where to enter to be able to follow the smart money rather than fall victim to the retail traders' stop hunters. So that's, again, something that I really base my trading on. It's something that I teach a lot of strategies around, and like I say, if you want to be different to the majority of retail traders that lose money, then we need to do something different. So being able to identify where a lot of retail traders are getting stopped out, that puts us at an advantage to actually take advantage of that and profit from it rather than fall victim. Week 10, we're going to talk about breakout retests and staying with the trend. Learn how to identify when a breakout is real and with the trend, and learn where you should enter to give yourself the best edge in your trading plan. Week 11, we're going to look at false break patterns and strategies and advanced techniques. So we're going to learn how to identify when a market is creating a false break, and a strategy and patterns to identify to take advantage of these. And we can also think about advanced entry techniques that we can use to improve our edge in trading. Week 12, we're going to talk about lifestyle and how it can improve our trading performance. The way we live can actually affect our performance in all aspects of our life. And small changes, we're going to look at some small changes that we can make to improve cognitive function to become the best version of ourselves, and therefore that would lead into becoming the best trader that we can be as well. And then finally, week 13 will be an overall recap of the course where we put all the elements together, how to make the most of the material going forward and really elevate your trading to the level that you want to become. So guys, that is the main, that's going to be the main core thing of the course. Is there any questions? I hope you're all looking forward to getting involved in the course. Is there any questions about it? As I say, we're going to start next Thursday into the main course syllabus. It's available for all ActivTraders clients with a funded account. So please let me know if you're going to be able to make those sessions, and if you've got any questions from today. Once again, I'll just put that for those of you that came on late. I noticed there's a few that come on late. I do run a Discord channel. The link is in the chat there. So please do come and join me. It's completely free. I do give out free market analysis each week on S&P, Bitcoin, and the dollar basket, which affects obviously all dollar denominated currency pairs. I give out intraday analysis on oil, a trade alert each week, as well as ongoing free educational videos, tips and blogs and stuff like that. So yeah, please come and join me on that link. Right, so Julian, I trade too, I do sports for yes, Julian, as long as you have 2 real accounts with ActivTrades, then yeah, this course is for you. This is open for you. You will receive the links for to sign up, the emails to sign up, and yeah, you'll be welcome, more than welcome to come and join these courses. They aren't going to be, because it's exclusive obviously to ActivTrades clients, and not going to be available as far as I'm aware. I'd have to confirm this with the guys, but as far as I'm aware, they're not going to be made available on the YouTube channels or anything like that, because it is an exclusive advanced course for ActivTrades clients. So it is important that you can make the session. So as I said, just to reiterate again, every Thursday 6 p.m. So if you would like to make it, please book that time out for 1 hour every Thursday 6 p.m. For the next 12 to 13 weeks. Perfect, good. Yeah, looking forward to having you on it as well, Thomas. Hope you find it extremely useful. Yeah, so you'll get the there'll be an email sent out to all ActivTrades clients with the link to register for each session. They are being recorded. However, as I say, they're not going to be openly accessible because it is going to be an exclusive course for ActivTrades clients. And they are being recorded, but they will not be easily accessible. Like, they're not going to be accessible on the internet or via the YouTube channels or anything like that, just because it is exclusive to active clients. And yeah, so Jennifer, hopefully that's answered your question. Yes, 6 p.m. London time every Thursday from next Thursday, the 2nd of November. And as I say, Jennifer, so you'll receive the emails going forward with the registration link for each session via email. So yeah, and then you just click on that and register like you did for this one. Okay, guys, any other questions? Other than that, we are quite early today. So yeah, any questions around trading at all? So Steve, yeah, sorry, I don't have the answer to that. How you're actually like, so as I say, they're not going to be easily accessible because it's really important that you attend the actual sessions live as much as you can. So hopefully you can block out the Thursdays at 6 p.m. Going forward. What markets will we touch? So the teachings that we'll be going through are very much able to be translated to all markets, and they're going to be able to be translated to all styles of trading as well. So whether you are a scalper, whether you're a day trader, or whether you're a swing trader, whether you're trading, crypto, indices, FX, commodities, you'll be able to translate everything that you learn across all of them. So it's not going to be any sort of like market specific stuff. A lot of the uh, examples that we will go through will be FX or index related, so DAX, FTSE. The reason that being is because those are the markets that I trade, so they're the ones that I have the examples of, or easier to identify the examples of. So I'm a day trader of the FTSE, the DAX, a little bit of S&P, and then sort of like FX currency pairs. But I can show you examples of the things that we teach on Bitcoin, on crypto, on all different types of markets, and on all time frames, like going right up to the monthly, right down to the sort of like 1 minute chart sort of thing. So it's not going to be anything like really market specific, but the majority of the examples will be from sort of those, like highly liquid index markets and highly traded FX pairs, just because they're the markets that I trade myself. So Thomas, yeah, so I was trading South African equity derivatives. So they're like the futures and options of the South Africans version of the FTSE or the DAX or the S&P and stuff. So yeah, that was what I was trading. I was on an emerging markets desk. So the desk as a whole, we traded Russia, South Africa. We did do a little Brazil, bit of Brazil, Greece, those sorts of markets, and I was the senior dealer for South African equity derivatives. So sorry, Julian, let me just Yes, I think I get the. So you're basically asking, Julian, if I only trade in the trend, or do I trade in sort of like sideways action as well? I think that's what you're asking, and see the actual supports and resistance of the market. Yes, I think so. Basically, I have what we will teach you actually is we'll give you strategies to trade in a trending market, but we will also give you strategies to trade in a ranging market, but not just the strategies. We're going to teach you how to identify very early on when we are moving from a trending market into a ranging market, and when we're moving out of a ranging market into a trending market. So you can, the idea really is, like, in terms of my trading, I can, when we're in a ranging market, I use my ranging bound strategies and ranging bound ideas. When we move to a trending based market, I might have a bad day's trading, where I take a few losses because we're moving out of that ranging thing if I don't identify it early enough. But after one day, I've identified we're in a trending market, and I can adjust my strategies. So it's about moving very quickly. So you may take one or two losses as you're moving from one phase of a market to another, but if you can adapt quickly and adjust your strategies, then you're going to keep yourself safe in the market. You're going to be able to profit. So we're going to be very much about teaching you how to identify more about reading the price action, reading learning how the markets are working, because a lot of people focus on strategy, but actually the strategy is not the issue. You know, a lot of strategies out there have an edge in the market. It's about how we apply that edge, which is the main issue. So really going to be focusing on the education side of things on here on how to read the price action, and then just offer the strategies I mean, ultimately your strategy is nothing more than your entry into the market. You know, it's not actually your trading as a whole is not based on your strategy. Like, your strategy is just your entry trigger into the market. So yeah, hopefully I understood the question, Julian, there, and that answered that okay. Any platform I prefer using, TradingView, MT5? Yes, I mean, look, I've used all trading, or pretty much all trading platforms out there over the course of time. I love TradingView. It was the very first trading platform, or charting software that I used when I left the city and started moving into the retail space. It was the very first charting software that I used, and I love it. I still love it. So ActivTrades, ActivTrader, I really love it just because it's like, it's TradingView, so you can actually execute off TradingView. You know, MT4, MT5, they're fine. I'm not a massive fan of their charting. I find it a bit clunky and a bit old, like a bit outdated. But it's fine for execution. You know, like, you can, like, a lot of the time I will do my charting and my analysis and stuff off of TradingView charts or ActivTrader, but I can execute off of any platform because it's just a deal ticket, right? So yeah, personally, I like TradingView, but again, look, okay, just coming back to this, I guess. Just because I like TradingView doesn't mean to say everyone should use TradingView, right? We're all individuals here. So if you really like MT5, then you should use MT5. If you really like MT4, you use MT4. If you really like TradingView, use TradingView. So it's about learning which one resonates with you, one that you identify with and can spot patterns with much easier. And that can be done through practice. So yeah, personally, I'm a big TradingView fan, but that doesn't mean to say that everyone should be using TradingView. Same in the sense, you know, I'm a day trader, but that doesn't mean to say that everyone should be a day trader. I've taught people who, like, you know, I'm a price action technical analyst, day trader, but I've coached people to be swing traders. I've coached people to be mechanical traders. I've coached people to be scalpers. Like, it's very important not to impose your own ideas or what works for you as an individual onto others. So it's very much about trying to help people identify themselves and what is best for them. And hopefully this course will do that as well. Yeah, I'm not a city boy anymore, Thomas. I used to be, but yeah, I left the city in 2014, so I miss certain aspects of it, but I also enjoy the freedom of working for myself from home as well, and being able to travel whilst I work. Okay, guys. So, what a question. Eugene, I'm not 100% sure how that's going to happen. I will find out from the guys, and I'll let you know. As I say, this is sensitive content from myself that I'm putting together with ActivTrades. You know, a lot of the material in here I charge money for my own courses. So, you know, it needs to be protected as well. It's something that we're doing with ActivTrades, so it's very important that you, if you can, you make the sessions live. I mean, also from the point of view of being able to ask questions and stuff as well. Okay, guys. So look, we are approaching an hour now. So unless there are any other questions, look forward to seeing you all in the sessions going forward. as I say, please do come join my Discord channel if you haven't already. I can see a few people have already joined it, so that's great. Look forward to speaking to you in there. But there is the link again if anyone hasn't joined but would like to. It's completely free. There is no charge for that. And as I say, we give out free educational tips and tricks and blogs and videos and stuff, as well as weekly analysis on several markets. And a trade alert each week as well. So yeah, it'd be great to have you as part of the Keystone Traders community. Yes, it's going to differ from the one I did in the spring, Eugene. So I mean, some of the stuff is going to be similar. Some of the basic, like foundational stuff, with that there is going to be some of that stuff in the course as well. But we're going to be really taking it up another notch, and we're really gonna the one that I did in the spring, some was very foundational. It was like very touching on subjects and really sort of like getting people to understand the approach. But this, we're going to go into a lot more detail. We're going to cover a lot more different topics. We're going to cover a lot more market behaviors and price action, and we're going to really look deeper into sort of the mindset and emotional side of things as well. So while there'll be some bits that sort of like overlap, this is much more, that was much more foundational. This is going to be more advanced. All right, guys. Well, like I say, really appreciate you all taking your time on a Tuesday evening to come and spend your time here. Hope you also take the time to come on Thursday evenings from next week. Look forward to sort of working with you all, going through these sessions with you all, and really sort of like, yeah, just giving you a good route to get into where you want to be as traders. All right, guys, unless there's any other questions, we'll wrap it up there. I hope you have a lovely rest of the Tuesday evening. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you all next Thursday at 6 p.m. Cheers, everyone.